welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling.
The game.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Tackled at the 24 and oh. Breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Looking for a man. It's Green. Rushes on him. Caught over the middle. It's Blake. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance, and when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking, they get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a woo, pig sweet.
Dropping back, it's Green. Right down the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Now the play fake. There's the pressure. Flushed out of the pocket. Gets rid of it. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
And the Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. looking to throw on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Back to pass. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Pass to 50. The 30. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And you really want your quarterback in the red zone to be efficient, to be smart, not to give up points. And, man, he makes a big mistake. They capitalize on defense, return the ball all the way down the field, and now their offense has an opportunity in the red zone.
Great place to start for this offense. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, you can't get momentum in a game any better than they just did. Defensively, you get the turnover. Right away, your offense jogs on the field. You take a shot deep, you hit it for a touchdown. They've got a lot of explosive playmakers on this offense, and you saw it right there.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board.
Number 38, set to advance on the football.
On the move from inside his 5. Makes a move. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
Well, this defense was ready for go ones against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's not afraid to go deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Leaves it with the back, fighting off the defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Ohio State 14, Arkansas 0.
First play of the period, first down here. To the air, it's Green. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Stop just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Tate. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Off the play fake. Still looking, on the move. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hauls it in, the first down and more. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Man, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
Wants to throw again. Makes the grab. It's Tate. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the back. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on fourth down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown Razorbacks. And they turn it into a defensive score.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking fourth down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. To the air on first down. Hubs it downfield. Got his man. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Got the quick pass. Still on his feet. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Time to take a shot. defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out.
Number 38 set to take this one away.
And he'll bring it back. And the returner will be brought down. This drive will open from the 15. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Buys a little extra time. He's going to take off. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Back to pass on second down. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Reels it in as he goes out of bounds on the right side for a huge play.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
Takes a hit as he fires. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. There he goes to the right. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Ohio State. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Oh, they're after him. And the defense on him, and he will go down, sacked on the two-point try. Get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. Touchdown, Buckeyes! This dude is absolutely taking a flamethrower to this secondary, torching everybody in sight.
So find something different, right? Like double team him, do whatever it takes to not let that guy beat you. He's just consistently being the one that's destroying you. You gotta find a way to make somebody else work, make somebody else beat you.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Hill. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back to pass. It's Green. Looking to the big tight end. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, what a game.
Buckeyes. Columbus, Ohio, and the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes. Taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Hawkeyes will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Tate. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. To the air, it's Sayin. Here comes the heat. He's got it on the right. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, and when you've got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this. This fan base goes nuts because year after year they have elite playmakers.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Picked off. Trying to take it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Moulton. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected me.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing.
Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Columbus, Ohio, and the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies. taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Buckeyes will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Bringing the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's. Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back, and that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Wasting no time taking a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He makes the grab for the 2-point conversion, and they're up 8-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards in field position. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Lost a throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right.
Oh, out of space. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Texas A&M going quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed stop.
It's a running room. Inside, touchdown, Texas A&M. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Sayin. Going for the big play. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Finds a little space. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Taken out of bounds after a good pick up there. They're in striking distance at the 37. The Aggies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Aggies. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
I don't know what play they called, but I would call it again because the defense had no idea what was going on. Receiver comes wide open, catches the football, and gets the easy touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They go to the ground. There he goes. Turning on the Jets. He's at the 30. 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Here's a hit. They get to him as he throws. He's got it. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. It falls incomplete, and will change ends of the field to get things started back up. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Keeps it on the bootleg. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick.
Wide open spaces. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Aggies can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Craver. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to throw. It's Reed. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Hit as he throws. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and force the incompletion.
Texas A&M looking to convert on fourth here. Off play action. Under fire. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Well, the offense did fall on that loose football, but it won't matter much as they turn it over on downs. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Second down, he'll throw it. Scrambling away. On the run, fires downfield. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run, safety.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint and try to put some points on the board.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Finds his big tight end. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And listen, I know he just got rocked, but he held onto the football and got the first down. So when he can get up, he has the strength to get back up. Nothing to be worried about. A nice play, nice catch. Don't worry about that big stick. I got the first down. Signal that thing for me and celebrate.
Great job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
He wrestles him down at the 3 after the grab. It'll be 1st and goal. And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. And that ball is live in the backfield. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Trying to bull his way in. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. One more snap coming before halftime. This is a designed run. Touchdown, Aggie! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, on 4th down, on the final play of the first half, I think everybody in this building expected them to kick a field goal, and instead, they decide to get aggressive, and not just that, they don't even throw it, they run it. What a great job out in the open field. He's able to score a touchdown, and he gives his team the lead.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He gets a block, and he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 after the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Grab near the marker. It's Tate. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Bears the pressure. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. The chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to escape. There he goes! He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open, if you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Looking to throw. Under fire. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls in the face.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Throws to the tight end. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. First play of this drive comes from the 27. To throw, it's St. Clair. Never has to leave the pocket and fires over the middle. Pulls it in down the sideline. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get it.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're going into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory, and he might have a question or two to answer about that decision. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. Plays like that, he's fitting in with the Aggie legends, Christian Kirk and Mike Evans.
And that's when you've seen them just high-flying, fun, tempo, making plays down the field. Having those go-to guys, those A&M offenses are always fun to watch.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. He'll keep it himself. He's in open space downfield. It's a seam wide open. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The Aggies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Oh, they're after him! And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Pulls it in. It's Tate. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw it. Dances away to buy time. Throwing on the run. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5. Down to the 4. And it'll be first and goal.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you. But when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Might be changing the route. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. Can the D deny them on second and goal? And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Looking to throw, it's St. Clair. Using his feet to buy time. Lets it fly. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and they're trying to get something going here. Obviously, got to make something happen quick late in the fourth quarter, and that might be their last chance, their last real shot. Now they turn the football over, and it's just not looking good. That clock is really working against them.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And his throw is incomplete.
Yeah, you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. From midfield, looking for room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the owner?
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Hang on, Sloopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Back to pass, it's Reed. Fires to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Here comes the heat. Grabbed over the middle. It's Peoples.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Grab near the sticks. It's Tate. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has him on the move trying to get the late score. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Peoples. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. He's going to throw deep right side. They will score! Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And with that touchdown, they've tied the game. All you got to do now is kick the extra point. You need to do a great job on special teams covering, and your defense just has to hold on because there are only a few ticks left on the game clock.
Just an extra point away from taking the lead late. And it's good. They're on top, and they'll try to hang on in the waning seconds. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
This really has been a master.
To the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 3rd-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Buckeyes will put total revenue to crank us up. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back due for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Graham. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Got his man quickly. Open space at the 25. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Pulls it in. He's loose. Look out, he's got room. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he makes the extra point. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more. Room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Watkins. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Johnson looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Durham. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short.
He lobs one high down the left side. Touchdown LSU! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he...